Hello and welcome back, my fellow game developers. In this video we are simply going to be explaining what Unity is, what Visual Studio is, how they communicate with each other, and we'll explain a little bit about the interface of both these amazing tools. So first of all, what is Unity? Let me put on my laser. So laser please. Okay. So Unity is a cross-platform game engine developed by Unity Technologies. So what do I mean by cross-platform? Cross-platform means that it can be used on different kinds of platforms, like for example Unity, Windows, and Mac OS. We'll be using Unity to develop our games, and we of course going to be using this Unity engine right here. So before we move on, let me just show you the interface of Unity and we will move on to explaining Visual Studio. And this is Unity. Congratulations, you've made it this far. So first of all, we have our toolbar right here above everything. And this toolbar provides access to the most essential working features. On the left, we have the basic tools for manipulating the scene view and the game objects within it. In the center, we have the play and pause and step control right here, which allows us to play our game, pause our game, and then we can also add a step frame by frame. The buttons on the right give you access to Unity Collaborate and the cloud, which we'll not be using, and the accounts. We also have the layers right here that we will be using a lot in this course for our project, and we finally have the layout. And by layout, this is our layout right here, so we can change the layout, for example the 2x3 or the 4 split, or we can basically use the default, and this is what we are going to be using. So if you don't have the same interface as me or different kinds of layouts, simply click on here, go to default, and we will both have the same interface. Now, next thing I want to talk about is the hierarchy window right here. So if we click on this right here, we can see that we have a main camera, and this is our scene view. We'll get to our scene view, and we have the directional light right here. But this hierarchy right here represents every game object in our scene. So each item in the scene has an entry in the hierarchy. So the two windows are inherently linked. The hierarchy reveals the structure of how game objects attach to each other, and you will see in more detail what I mean by attached to each other. Now, next thing, we have the scene view right here, and if we right click on our mouse button, we can actually move around using the WSD keys right here, and you can see that we can move around our world, and in here we are going to be building our games. We also have another window right here that is the game, and this is our game view. So this is how we see our game from the camera's perspective. We'll be changing everything around, and this is where we are going to be most focused on later on with our game creation. Next thing, we have the inspector window on the right. Let me go back to the scenes. So in the inspector window, you are allowed to view and edit all the properties of the currently selected game object. So as you can see right now, we have the directional light selected. We can increase and decrease the intensity. We can change the color. We can play around with everything. And we also have the main camera right here. We can also change and play around with various properties in the inspector right here. And these technical words are very important because I will be using them throughout the course. So remember, hierarchy, inspector, the scene view, the game view, and finally we have the project window right here, and this is where we display the libraries and assets of our game. So if we click on assets, currently we have nothing else besides the scenes, and if we double click on scenes, we have the sample scene right here that we can double click and enter. We can save. So we don't have anything besides our scenes. Next, let's talk about Visual Studio and what it is. Okay, so what is Visual Studio? So Visual Studio is actually Microsoft Visual Studio, and it's an IDE. What is an IDE? It's an integrated development environment. And what that means is that it's like an environment for us to develop integrated code into Unity. So this is a very complicated explanation, but this basically is where we are going to write all of our code, and VS will help us, well, write the code used to manipulate game objects in Unity using scripts. So what are scripts? This is the way we use Unity with Visual Studio. So we want Unity to communicate with Visual Studio. In Unity, we are going to be creating game objects. So for example, the car that we want to move. Well, not car, the player that we want to move around. The maybe objects that fall down, maybe some kind, the weapons that shoot, the monsters that attack us. We put all of these objects in Unity, but whenever we want to manipulate them, we are going to use Visual Studio. But Unity and Visual Studio don't automatically work together. The way we make them work together is through these scripts, which are .cs files, and this is where we write all of our codes in the .cs files in Visual Studio, and from these scripts we are going to manipulate the behaviors of the objects that we have inside of Unity. So let me just show you how Visual Studio looks. So this is Visual Studio. Let me just zoom in a bit. And in here you can see that first of all we have these three lines which are using something, and using Unity's engine. Now these are called namespaces. And what these are, they are a collection or a library of codes that allow us to use certain things in our game. So for example, the Unity engine allows us to use different aspects of Unity. For example, the physics in Unity, it allows us to access various details in Unity that without this, so for example, if we remove this line right here, we can no longer use monobehavior, and because we are not using monobehavior, which we'll get to in a second, we can no longer use start and update. So we'll turn this back on and we can use monobehavior. Before we get to that, let's first talk about what public means. Public means that it's for everybody. There are two types. There are public and there are private. We'll get to that also later on. We have the class and we have the class name. And this is actually the name of our script, and we will learn that we have to always make sure that we name our class correctly the first time. Because it will create a lot of problems for us. So this is how we create a class, and all of this code will be written automatically, so you don't have to worry about it. These 2 points right here means that we are inheriting mono behavior. So what is mono behavior? Mono behavior are, well, we use behaviors that are already built into Unity that allow us to control the various game objects. And because of mono behavior, we can use two methods or functions, which of course we'll be later on getting into, like start and update. And actually in here you can see that we have this green line, and this green line means that this is a comment. And whenever you want to create a comment, you simply put these two backslashes behind it. And whenever we put two backslashes behind any code, it means that this is a comment and it will not be executed in code. Great. So what is start? Start is called before the first frame update. So whenever the game object that has this script attached to it starts, the code inside of the start method will be executed. And similar to start, update is called once per frame. So every frame our game goes through, this method update will be called and everything inside of it will be executed. To put it more simply, start is where we put our initial conditions. So for example, the weight of the car, the speed of our player, the climate maybe. And an update is where we make our car move, we make our player jump, and we make the climate change, for example, the wind blows up or something. I don't know. So this is how we basically use Unity with Visual Studio. Of course, in the future, as we move through our project, you will have a much better understanding of the start and update and everything in it. So don't be worried too much if you don't understand everything right away. But now you have a challenge in front of you, and your challenge is going to go and make a mess. So open Unity and mess around, click on a few things, and when you're finished, go to the next video and we are going to be making our first code and get started. And if you still don't know how to create a new project, don't worry about it. In the next video, we are going to create a project and make our first code. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.